Hey, Mike, you ready?
I'm ready.
You sure?
Positive.
Fist bump. Fist bump. All right, let's do it.
What time is it? Game time! Boo!
Let's get it started. Hey, everybody. Welcome to one half of the Super Game Room Dudes. We're gearing up for our big second generation premiere this Friday. Michael B and I were talking, and we're like, you know what? We like talk. While we're talking, let's talk with everybody else, right? I mean, that's what it's all about, right? So this is they call them chillin' chats, but on the Super Game Room Dudes channel, we should just call these the Chill Out Dude chat. Chill out, dude. And let's talk about some stuff. So I got intros for my intros. So Michael B and I we're every day, all day, we're always talking about random things. We're always talking about all these companies and products and things that excite us and interest us. And figured would like to hear what's on your guys' brains. We don't have a big show agenda going on. We definitely wanted to just, whatever you guys want to talk about, Arcade1Up, AtGames. I know on my last stream on my I Hate Monday show, I wanted to give channel updates. I wanted to promote, obviously, Game Room Dudes. Also, I wanted to show off some products. And I noticed when I watched the replay, Michael B, a lot of guys asked questions. There were a ton of questions in my live chat. Really good questions. And I missed them all. And I felt so bad, guys, when I watched the replay. I was like, so many people asked me questions and they got ignored because I was trying to get so much done in 45 minutes because this guy over here was going live and I didn't want to cross the streams, if you will. So
yeah, I always try to I get distracted because I'm always trying to pay more attention to the questions in a live stream than I am actually my own thoughts. So I'll go off track a lot. When I'm doing my chillin' chat, registered trademark, and why we can't use that name, registered trademark, chillin' chat, registered trademark.
So we want to talk about get your guys' questions and let's make this an open forum. We'll definitely, it's late at night as well on the East Coast. Here in Arizona, it's only 7:30 p.m. So it's still early for us on the West Coast.
It's Thursday here.
Oh, well, but you're also like in Iceland or something like that, right?
Yeah, same thing.
All right, so we got our first question from our good friend of the channel, Dylan J, who is making the first racing multicade in win. We need a racing multicade. So I'm assuming he's not talking about Arcade1Up because Arcade1Up, even though they put 4 or 5 games on the cabinet, I really wouldn't consider that a multicade. Would you, Michael B?
No, I think when you get up around 12 games, that makes it a multicade.
When you get up around 12 games? Okay. So do you think Arcade1Up would release a cabinet with 12 games on it? 12 racing games?
No. It doesn't really fit their model, especially when you have a constricting design pattern, because where they're really tight with licenses and the branding, it gets really tough. It's like we talked about Simpsons, and everybody wants a Simpsons cab with all these other amazing beat 'em ups. And then when you're working with like 9 different partners, you want to stick to something that's on brand. Maybe they just want to stick to all Simpsons games. So there's just too many hoops with Arcade1Up. They're not doing it. We all know if there's a racing multicade, where it's coming from. It's coming from the glorious green company that has done so much for all of us.
Are you talking about AtGames?
That's right.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if AtGames does it first. Me personally, I would like AtGames to do like a dedicated light gun cabinet, right? Because they already have like some light gun stuff built into their firmwares already for those who own aim tracks, but also if they can make it compatible with like Gun 4 IR, or if they use a different technology. I just think AtGames could get a light gun cabinet out faster, since they've already taken some steps, right? Yeah. They've taken some steps in that direction, and they need to make it a dedicated cabinet with, if there are infrared sensors, have them built in to the cabinet, you know what I mean? All that good stuff. Whereas, a racing cabinet for them is going to be like a whole new experience, right? And if we're going to get that, I honestly would prefer iiRcade do it, because there's a ton of Steam racing games that I would love to see running off the iiRcade hardware. Crazy Taxi and all that good stuff. We did get the Garage Gamer says, topic DRMs, do you really own your games in 2021? That's kind of a good question, because we buy a lot of licensed products, don't we, Michael B? I buy That's Xbox right. games, Switch games, Steam games, Xbox Store, Switch Store, Arcade1Up cabinets, AtGames cabinets, iiRcade cabinets. I think we buy a lot of licensed stuff, right? It just means with some of these Raspberry Pis and emulation type devices, yeah, a lot of people are not using their own stuff, right? They're finding stuff off the internet. So it's a mixed bag. I would say 50-50 or something like that. What do you think, man?
Well, I think his question might be a little bit different. This is the Garage Gamer on Instagram, by the way. And what he's asking is, like, say, for example, you buy a PlayStation 4 game or a PlayStation 5 game. Do you own that game? Because really, games nowadays aren't really anything more than, you buy a disc, even though you physically have the disc. It's really only an install disc, and you're really downloading the game off the internet, and you need an internet connection to keep playing it. So do we really own our games?
That's what he's talking about. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. In that case, I would say no, because the disc is the key, and they're still holding half the game behind a paywall, which really frustrates me. You know what I mean? Like when I go video game shopping, like I buy, like when I bought Immortals Phoenix Rising, I went ahead and I bought the gold edition, because it comes with, the entire season of DLC, because I want the whole game, right?
Yeah.
I don't want all this mystery stuff to pop up later and be like, oh, by the way, behind this paywall is, another 50% of the game. So now I would say when it comes to the consoles out there in the world, I think we're getting personally ripped off a bit from a lot of the console companies with these games. I miss the days, man. You pick up a game, you take that physical media home, a cartridge, a disc, and what happened? You had the entire game. I miss those days, Michael B. But there's so much money to be made in DLC, isn't there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And it gives excuses to companies. Like I'm a big fan of Ubisoft or Ubisoft, however you want to pronounce it. But I mean, like, they put out so much stuff, and it's so big. Like, you think about this, Chris, this past holiday season, we had Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We had Immortals Phoenix Rising. We had Watch Dogs Legion. And I mean, these are all giant sandbox games that should take years to produce. But what happens is these companies can churn, and like, I know they have major companies, big companies, and Ubisoft has been around for a very long time, but they can churn this shit out so fast and get it out the door. And they don't have to worry about it being perfect, because they're like, well, if it's not perfect, we'll just do a, update in like 2 weeks. So it's more important to meet a deadline than it is to put out a perfect game.
So we got Feral Inferno says, why is GameStop shipping Wave 2 Tempest cabs before Wave 1 Tempest cabs? I think that's a great question. I always say this. GameStop is a hot mess. That's my answer whenever anyone asks me about GameStop, Michael B. GameStop's a hot mess. Who knows what they do? All I know is when I ordered from QVC, My Tempest cabinet, Atari Legacy cabinet, was in stock, shipped within 2 days, and I had it 2 days later. And I've had it now for a week. Finished filming my review, and I should be editing my review. But anything we can do to avoid editing, right, Michael B?
Yeah, you can see all the lights and stuff in the back of me. P-Dubs rates me, and he's like, "You up to anything?" And I was like, "Well, I'm just writing my script for my AtGames Legends Pinball review, but I don't want to do that, so let's talk."
Yeah. Bobby says, "Can current PCBs handle Crazy Taxi?" I think the iArcade can. AtGames can if you're using their BYOG servers, but that's streaming the game. Arcade1Up PCBs, I would have to assume no, but then again, they've had some interesting things happen with like the Buck Hunter game. I mean, that's a graphic intense game, and that game, has anyone really complained about the emulation on Buck Hunter? Is there any issues there, Michael B, that you remember seeing? I don't think I saw anyone complain about the emulation. So I think Arcade1Up is putting better hardware in their stuff. So who knows, right? Who knows? But definitely without a doubt, iArcade can do it without a doubt. We got another question from Jaster. Are Bit Blasters still a thing? Yeah. So AtGames definitely wants to release light guns. They want to have first party light guns available for you guys and all that good stuff. But the issue is sourcing parts. They just can't get the parts, guys. It's a hot mess overseas. And this thing they're probably on, from what we've heard, an indefinite delay. They don't even want to give dates, because what happens when they give dates? People hold them to those dates, right?
Yeah.
And then something happens, Mike. There's a delay upon a delay, and then everyone starts running around with pitchforks, right? Especially in social media forums. You know what I mean?
The AtGames community is interesting, man. Like, they are dedicated. They are incredibly dedicated, but they get crazy, man. They get crazy.
Sometimes it feels like, and this is just a joke, so don't go screaming in social media forums, but Michael B, sometimes it feels to me like the AtGames community hates their machines as much as they love them. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean? Like, they're like, when it works, it's the greatest arcade ever invented. If there's a hiccup in a firmware, they're ready to burn the house down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen that experience, but I've seen some things come up on this, and I'm like, nuts. It's just, you don't want to look away. It's like a car crash. You keep watching, obviously, but you're just like the whole time shaking your head. You're like, ugh.
I think a lot of folks may notice that a lot of the folks who have YouTube channels who cover AtGames are pretty much kind of avoiding commenting in their forums, because it's just so hot in there lately. You know what I mean? It's just so hot. And I think personally folks should be a little more excited about the good things that are happening, but I do understand frustration when things go wrong. I definitely do. Like the whole issue with the pinball machine and 5 or 6 firmwares to get rid of flipper lag, haptic delays, sound issues. I totally understand the frustration. You know what I mean? But the fact is, once it's stabilized, everyone's going to be like, yay. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I guess it's a bit of a different environment. Like, you compare the two groups, right? Like, the big differences. You got Arcade1Up, and then you've got AtGames. And the difference is, with Arcade1Up, there's constantly different products coming out. I'm not saying AtGames doesn't have different products, but it's different. You know what I mean? Because Arcade1Up has, say, for example, they release Burger Time, and then fans get upset because they're like, oh my God, this has 8-way restrictors. Burger Time's a 4-way game. It's unplayable. But then you move on to another cabinet, so people kind of forget about it. With AtGames, it's the same product all the time, and they're just constantly making updates and adding new games to it. So people fixate on the one machine. It's not like they can just replace it with something else and you move on.
This is actually a very important point by Solus Sweet. So when you guys activate the Legends Link application on your computer to stream your PC to your cabinet or to your pinball machine or to your gamer core or whatever AtGames device, the Legends Link application disables the user access control block, where you have a little pop-up window that pops up, and it'll always warn you like, hey, such and such program wants to make changes to your computer. It's a wonderful warning message that PC Windows has built in. That way, hey, somebody's trying to add something to my computer or modify something. So what I always do for now is if I ever use Legends Link is once I close it, I have to go into my user access control in my PC and turn it back on. You know what I mean? But I think there might be users out there who aren't doing that. You know what I'm saying? And they probably need to be doing that.
Hey, Dubs, send Nostalgia a link.
He's got the link.
I know. He comes on here every time and he's like, whoa, how come I didn't get an invitation? He's the first person invited. P-Dubs actually asked Nostalgia. He's like, hey, Nostalgia, will you come on with me so it's a good show? And then Nostalgia goes, no. So then he asked me and he's like, hey, Michael B, will you come on with me so the show is somewhat watchable?
Yeah. Mike B is the wifey. Great point by WKRP. Cincy, people are nuts, but in fairness, the AtGames software seems like they fix something but break something else. I'm on a very old firmware because it's headache free. That's similar to what I said, Michael B, where it took them 4 or 5 tries to stabilize the pinball machine, but I totally get the frustration. I mean, it took 4 or 5 times, right? It wasn't like one firmware and it was done. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So we get it. We get it, guys. We feel you. We feel you. Scott James is here from Australia. Good day. Good day, P-Dubs and Michael B. Hopefully Australia. Have you heard anything about any kind of Australia distribution? We do have some Australia subscribers. And
Arcade1Up, yes. They can get Arcade1Up products. AtGames, I still haven't heard.
Nostalgia says, Michael B's a great wife until he starts cheating with your ex. What? Nacho Libre. So, guys, remember, these are your topics, the stuff you want to talk about. Throw it in the live chat, and we will definitely talk about them and try and get through them as quickly as possible. He goes, what about a Legends Ultimate 2.0 for E3? Well, technically, they do have another cabinet coming out, and that's the Legends Ultimate Mini Tetris Edition, right? But are they going to come out with like some super arcade at E3? I doubt it. If you guys have been following our channels and our streams, we've said this a few times before. When it comes to AtGames, CES and E3 to them, smaller events, right? Smaller events where if you have a smaller presence, you might get swallowed up by bigger things happening, by bigger brands and all that kind of stuff. So why put yourself through that torture, right? That's why they have these National Owners Day. It's kind of like their CES, their E3, right? So my personal opinion, and don't quote me on this, you never know. Maybe they'll surprise us. Maybe they'll announce something the week of E3. But my personal opinion is AtGames will be relatively quiet during the week of E3. And we'll expect to hopefully see big things from them come National Owners Day. Would you agree with me, Mike?
Yeah, I agree completely. That's when we'll get our driving cab.
Mm-hmm. Remy says, are you guys pre-ordering the Evercade VS tomorrow? So I am. I want to get my hands on the Founders Edition, which goes on sale at like 2 a.m. today. So I set an alarm on my phone to wake me up at 2 a.m. so I could hop on their website, place my order, and then go back to sleep. And that's because they're primarily based overseas. So obviously they're working off of European time zones. So us here in North America, unfortunately, if you want to get your hands on a Founders Edition, because they are going to be limited, you have to get up at 2 a.m. today and place your order. We'll see you later, Nostalgia. You have a good night, buddy.
Well, he said see you tomorrow night. What the hell are we doing tomorrow night?
Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday, Nostalgia.
See you Friday, Nostalgia.
We'll see you Friday, Nostalgia. Nostalgia's going to start a live stream tomorrow and not know what to do. Where's P-Dubs? I don't know what button to hit.
Do you remember that time we were supposed to do the show and Nostalgia said he couldn't make it next Friday? So we were like, we're not doing a show tonight. And then Nostalgia was like, why are you guys not doing a show? And you were like, well, you're not going to be able to make it. He was like, no, next Friday.
So we have 2 great questions in the chat. Dylan's is a quick one. So this one's quick. He goes, do you think we'll see iArcade skins and new licenses down the road? Absolutely. Why would you not? That Retromania cabinet, Jong has been selling a lot of units of those. He's not going to release numbers to the public, but that Retromania cabinet is doing quite well. A lot of people want that. And if they bring in what if they brought in Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge? You know damn well you're going to put a skin on that. You know what I mean? So why not keep doing that, right? It brings in new customers, brings in more customers, and all that good stuff. Now, this is one more for you because, as far as I know, here in the United States, the Toy Shock pinball machine is still going to be $3.99. Why is it going to be so expensive in Canada, Mike? Is there any way you can explain that?
Well, actually, I put the post up because I was really excited. I've been talking to the Brick here in Canada, and I had talked to the people at Toy Shock a while ago, and I was expecting the Brick to release them first, but there's a pre-order now through Best Buy here in Canada for the Toy Shock, and the Toy Shock was listed at $729 Canadian. Now, everybody said, oh my God, that's so expensive. To tell you the truth, of course, because I had some backdoor information. And backdoor, is that the right term for it? But I had heard originally the price was going to be $7.99 Canadian. But luckily, it's a little bit lower. $7.29 is much more takeable price. And the reality of that is a lot of it's conversion. Even if you do the conversion, it doesn't really add up. $3.99 is not $7.29 Canadian. But there's additional shipping costs, taxes, duties, and tariffs. It's not as simple as just bringing something over. And depending on the size of the company, like Tastemakers is a huge-ass company, they can do things a little bit easier than another company like AtGames, iiRcade, or Toy Shock even. So from Linda Falke's mouth directly on my Facebook post, she said that the difference in price is all currency conversion. So that's the answer officially from Toy Shock. I don't know. You guys aren't getting a higher price. I thought maybe it might go up a little bit, but it looks like you guys are going to remain at $3.99, and we're at $7.29 Canadian.
So we got a few more quick questions. I like this. Green Sammy says, will Sega ever make the Dreamcast Mini? My answer is, I hope so. That's something I would pre-order day one, provided it's, not provided they have like a United States version and it's not like a Japan only. And considering the Astro City Mini to me is pretty dope. Like, I've done coverage on the Astro City Mini. I live streamed it. I would love to have a Dreamcast Mini.
Honest question. Let's lay our cards on the table.
Yep.
Down with brass tacks.
Okay.
I can't remember that saying exactly. How many times have you used it since?
I have not touched it in at least 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Because now it's more a display piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had my fun with it, played the games, and now it's a display piece. It looks really cool.
Oh, the poor girls that you must have had when you were younger. I had my fun with it, and now they're more of a display piece.
Just another notch on the old belt. Scott K goes, whatever happened to Legends Connect? Nothing, man. It's still available. You can get it at DIY Retro Arcade here in the United States, or if you're Canadian, you can get it at the Buy Stuff store. And they've also they've added it to the universal firmware, so now you can get your pinball games, your coin op sacks. You can get your little piracy butt on. Well, not piracy, but you know what I mean. Your add-on stuff. Like, you go nuts with your Legends Connect. You could mod. I've seen people make mini stuff, big stuff. I've seen some cool stuff on the AtGames fan pages. One guy had, it looked like a folding arcade, and I'm not talking the build your own Legends contest. This was just like a week or two ago. I saw it on Facebook. Someone had, it was like a folding arcade, like it folds up like a little suitcase, and he put his Legends Connect in there, which was really cool. So the Legends Connect is there. I'll be doing a Legends Connect mod very soon on my channel. Rainwater teased Retromania on his iArcade on Facebook. Either of you played on the cab yet? What about you, Mike?
No, I don't know. I don't know about that Rainwater guy. I don't know if he's reliable. I wouldn't listen to anything he has to say.
Yes, I have it. I've played it. I'm one of the beta testers. So, what?
I am too, but I didn't think we were supposed to tell people about that. As Kev Grit knows, us YouTubers are always gatekeeping information. We can't tell everybody everything.
Well, let's be honest, Mike. Let's be honest with our audience. I mean, it doesn't hurt to let people know we're beta testing it.
No.
And yeah, so yeah, we're beta testing it. But minus that, we can't really say anything else. Will the Legends Mini be available for retail? So I think the long-term plans from AtGames are yes, right? Because similar in size and packing to an Arcade1Up, right? And if many retailers distribute those Arcade1Ups, why would you not want them to also distribute this Legends Ultimate Mini that's going to be of similar size? But for now, it's still available for order. What's so funny? You could still make reservations.
Man, Zohar is so hard to please. Like, so hard to please. Like, he wants a Back to the Future question, but it's got to be the right Back to the Future question that meets his. I don't know what to say, man.
Yeah. What did I miss? Another awesome Back to the Future question has nothing to do with the movie. Just kidding. Oh, come on, Zohar. You don't have to leave. And hopefully that it does sound like the real Zohar. Oh, and by the way, guys, I got to no, if I say this, it makes it happen. You know, I'm going to say it anyway because I want to stick up for our viewers. There is somebody going around all the retro gaming live streams creating fake accounts and then going into live stream chats, stirring up trouble, being a troll. We've seen, and hopefully these guys don't mind me saying their names. We've seen Zohar, Mango Slice, who's here tonight. It just happened to our good boy Shotgun Sean, even Retro Ralph. People are going around with these fake accounts, going into live chats and trash talking and ruining the experience for all of us. So I want you guys all to know that if I ever see that crap going on in my live chats, I'll be kicking them out because we have the ability here. We could hit a button and kick you off the show. I'll be kicking them out. And if people continue to do that stuff, you know what? You know what's going to happen? Nothing. We're not going to stop what we're doing. We're going to, me, Retro Ralph, the Retro Buzz, all these guys, we are not going to stop delivering content because you want to act like an asshole and mess around in people's live chats. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It's immature. Grow up, find something better to do with your time, and leave our viewers alone. I mean, I've talked to Sean, I've talked to Mango. These are great guys, and their feelings literally hurt that people are impersonating them in live chats. And if you guys see people impersonating people in live chats, help us. Yell at them, scream at them, tell them to get the hell out of here or something. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, you know, because some people will tell you, oh, just ignore them. If you ignore them, they'll go away. You know what? We need to find out who these people are and get rid of them. You know what I mean? Report their accounts, get their accounts deactivated, and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Really quickly, it's Zohar's mom's birthday tonight. So happy birthday, Mrs. Zohar. And seriously, guys, you know, stop treating people like that. I felt really bad for Zohar. It sucked because someone was on our show there the other night and he was telling people to go to other shows, pretending to be Zohar. And that sucks, man. Like, Zohar's a good dude. He's passionate. He wants to be here, and it certainly didn't paint him in a very good light until we realized it wasn't him. So you're cool, Zohar. Don't worry about it. And anybody that happens to, just let us know. We got your back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very disappointing that people act that way when anyone who's on YouTube that is trying to do is deliver entertainment, information, and education. That's all we're trying to do. You know what I mean? Don't ruin the fun for everybody else. So. But anyway, and now we'll probably get trolled. But hey, you know what? I don't care. I got to stick up for our viewers because they give us their time. The least we can do is stick up for them when these jerks are acting like jerks. So,
do you remember it? Avengers Endgame, where Thor takes it and he's like, "Noob master."
Yeah, Robo Grunt says YouTube needs to stop the impersonators. You know. And these people are idiots too. Like, we could click on the account, like the bogus Shotgun Sean account that was just created. You could click on it, go to their profile, and it says YouTube account was just created May 14th of 2021. Whereas we all know Shotgun Sean's been around for a lot longer than that. You know what I mean? So it's like, they're idiots. They're idiots. So anywho, but back to guys, give us some more topics. I want to get off that stuff because it makes me so angry. It makes me so angry. I want to get off that. All right, here we go. Let's change gears. You guys think Arcade1Up will have anything not leaked already for E3? Absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. I don't think all their cards have been dealt. And honestly, some of those products may not have even been pegged for E3. Some of those products may have been their winter or fall announcements, right, Michael B?
Yeah, I think also some of these were purely renders they were putting out there, not necessarily planned planned cabinets, but cabinets to kind of gauge retailers' interest on what they should build. You got to remember, like a couple of years ago at E3, Arcade1Up came with this loaded trailer of games and concepts they had that weren't finalized, that they were showing off to people. And this magazine could be exactly the same. All these things could necessarily not be final products that are out there. They're just something they advertise to retailers that they might not even have the rights for yet, or it be a finalized product. The other thing too is time is all messed up, man. Like we saw the CES announcements a couple months ago. They might be delayed right until holidays. So, we might be getting a very small E3 allotment from Arcade1Up because they need to catch up.
Mm-hmm. Juan says, any news on the second screen for AtGames Legends Cab? What do you mean a second screen for the AtGames Legends Cab? What's he talking about? Is he talking about the pinball?
I'm not sure.
The pinball has a second screen. Clarify what you're asking, Juan. Ryan says, Arcade1Up is suspiciously quiet about the Don Bluth cabs. Yeah, well, any thoughts on that?
No, it's... Arcade1Up is just suspiciously quiet altogether right now.
Mm-hmm.
After everything happened with John D and people got upset because he was going on shows and saying things but not really saying anything, they didn't like the marketing strategy that John was coming up with at that time for whatever reason. He kind of went silent, and now they're just basically, it doesn't seem like they're really talking to the community very much. Mm-hmm. The leaks that came out that everybody's associating with quietness is the fact that, again, like I said, those leaks that came out were part of a retail flyer to retailers. Dragon's Lair was never going to be a retail cabinet, was always going to be a direct sale, so it wouldn't be included in retail magazines. Dragon's Lair, the Don Bluth cabinets are still coming out. I don't think we're going to get Space Ace because that was dependent upon getting 3,000 orders or 3,000 interests. I think you're just going to get Dragon's Lair, but it'll be sold directly. The question is, are they going to do anything to fix that bring your own screen? Because I think they got the message loud and clear from the community that that wasn't going to fly.
Yeah, I hear you. Nacho Libre says he thinks Time Crisis is coming. I think so as well. I've been pretty quiet about that, but I honestly, if you guys want me to open my opinion on that, I think that that's going to happen. And that would be one I would be more interested in than Buck Hunter. I completely don't care about shooting animals. But I'll play Time Crisis. I'll shoot some people. Do you think AtGames will announce any new hardware at E3? No, I don't. I think that'll all happen on National Owners Day. Sulper says Rachel board. Maybe he's talking about Juan's question. So,
nope, Juan is talking about the marquee, the BitPixel or the LCD marquee they were going to come out with.
Oh yeah, that is the same story as the Bit Blaster guns. It's become increasingly difficult for them to source parts. So that product is also kind of on an indefinite delay until they can actually get what they need to produce the item. So is it going to come out before the end of the year? We hope so. Can we guarantee it? No, unfortunately not. Let's see here. Rachel board. So I have my prototype Rachel board, which I've tested and it works. I am going to have my official production model of the Rachel board. Should be delivered to me by Friday. It's on its way from FedEx.
Oh, getting yours a little later than somebody else, PDubs. Maybe somebody got theirs already.
Yeah, coming from the guy who was like, how do I download Pinball Emporium?
I don't know what you're talking about. I did get my Rachel board today. I'm very excited, and AtGames did something really super special for the people here in Canada. So thank you so much for doing that, guys.
Yeah. Who's an imbecile? I don't know who he's talking to. Hopefully not one of us. Not one of us, right, Livewire?
No, I think that was his opinion on the marketing scheme that Arcade1Up was doing prior to John D coming off.
Yeah.
It's a little tough because we're very needy. I think John D used the term crack addicts or something. I can't remember what it was about, but I mean, when we see John D or somebody coming on one of these shows, say what's his name? David McIntosh is going to be on Tech Buzz. John D is going to be on the 1UP Weekly. We kind of expect something. And then when they come on and they're doing this really elusive stuff and it's really nothing, especially during halftime at the Super Bowl, I think that really got people's ire up. And they were like, okay, so you're going to come on the Super Bowl, you're going to talk about NFL Blitz, and then you're not going to deliver NFL Blitz. And it made people a little upset. Is this my internet or your internet, Max Headroom? Oh my God. Is it just me now? Is it just me or did I get knocked out? Guys, you can tell me what's happening. Hold on here. Wow. Hey, everybody. I don't. There he is.
Hey, guys. Sorry about that. No, just having internet. So I've been having internet issues all day. Sorry about that, guys. So,
you got to get that good Canadian internet.
I know. It happened during my work Zoom calls today, too. And I'm on, and I even had my laptop plugged into my Ethernet still, and it was still happening. So, no, not Dub Zero, although we're trying to make sure we get you guys Dub Zero, Macho Dubs, and Darkwing Dubs this Friday. And I really hope we can get them all in on the same show. That would be really cool. Who would you guys rather see? Would you guys rather see Macho Dubs, Dub Zero, or Darkwing Dubs? Let me know. Throw it in the live chat, guys. What's so funny?
Oh, Kevgret, honestly, we're going to do that. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to do a solo Michael B Super Game Room Dude shows, and it's just going to be me gatekeeping information about Arcade1Up and AtGames for an entire hour. You heard it here first, and it's all for you, Kevgret.
Adam says he'd rather see Darkwing Dubs. Man, I'm starting to get the low internet signal again. This is ridiculous. Darkwing Dubs, Dub Zero, Darkwing. Man, everyone wants to see Darkwing Dubs. Holy cow.
It's the most ridiculous of your personas.
It is. Do you guys want to see what I did? Hang on. All right. I'll give you guys, because you guys tuned in, if you guys can bear with me for just 1 minute and let me find it. Hang on. And hopefully my internet doesn't crap out. So I had this made up just for you guys. I have to upload it. Hang on.
Darkwing Dubs, let's get dangerous.
To show my commitment to the viewers, I had this made up for everybody. Darkwing Dubs.
Oh, how's that just look? The best.
How's that look, guys? How's my Darkwing Dubs logo? You notice the goatee under the bill? You see the goatee under the bill? Let me know, guys. Does that look funny as what? Does that look hilarious or what, guys? Oh my God. So yeah, I had that made up. So that gives you a little taste of Friday when we have Darkwing Dubs on, getting dangerous. So a lot of people are asking me, like, what is Darkwing Dubs going to do? I'm like, well, he's going to say, he's going to do a dangerous mod. Let's get dangerous.
He's not going to do anything. He's just going to show up and he's going to be like, I'm Darkwing Dubs. And we're going to say, yeah, we know. And he's just going to keep doing it. It's going to be great.
Here, I even had this made. Hold on. Because you guys are here early, I'll give you guys some of the secrets. You guys deserve it for being such an awesome audience tuning in so late. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here we go. Let me get this uploaded. Oh man, this is going to be awesome. The things we do to entertain our viewers, Mike. It's kind of funny. Where is it? I just have to hit the button to upload it.
Oh, while you're doing that, I will throw it out there. I think Arcade1Up is also going to do a Smash TV cabinet. I think E3, that'll be the other surprise. And I think the other reason why that hasn't come out in the leaks, if the leaks are official, is the fact that that's also going to be a direct sale cabinet.
Darkwing Dubs gives good trivia questions. A lot of people say they like it. So yeah, and then I had this one made as well, guys.
Darkwing Dubs. I like that one. I like that one a lot.
I like this one more.
I know. But the other one looks like Batman. It looks like 60s Batman.
That was the point. Yeah, that was the point. It's a mix of Batman and Darkwing. And it's me with my stupid mask on and my fake, that bill and the goatee. Yeah. I mean, it's hilarious. Darkwing Dubs is hilarious.
So Nostalgia loves Batman. It's his favorite thing in the world. And we got to talk to somebody who's much more talented than I am, because we got to get some kind of 60s Batman doing the Bat-Toozy. And we got to somehow superimpose Nostalgia in there somehow.
Yeah. You mean like this?
Yeah, kind of like that. That's some of my finest work. My favorite thing about that was Kamal actually, he actually saw my picture and he goes, "Whoa, I didn't do that one."
Livewire says I should do Riddler. It would be the Diddler. You got to throw Dub something in there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you want to use Diddler.
The Diddler.
Yeah,
That sounds so bad. That
It
sounds
is
so
bad.
Oh my god, that sounds so bad. Oh, hilarious. All right, guys, give us a couple more topics. We're willing to hang around for just a little bit more with you guys. Let us know what other topics you guys want to talk about.
So, Dubs, you can tell everybody how you got me in big trouble with my wife yesterday.
I did.
Deep trouble. I wrote you to tell you something was available for sale here at Walmart and asked you, is it any good? Should I get it? And you said, it's good. Then I purchased it, and now I'm going to get divorced.
Yes. So Michael B asked me if the Atari Legacy cabinet was worth purchasing. So he sends me that message. Now, he didn't tell me he was at the store in front of it or anything like that. And of course, I just responded with, and now you're ruining my review video. I said, because you guys know me, if I say skip this one, I'll tell you that in my review video. And I leaned forward and I wrote in there and I said, yes, it's worth it. It is a really good cabinet. It does have a few quirks with the horizontal vertical screen, and one game with goofy controls, but it's not like the entire cabinet's unplayable. You know what I mean? It's still a fun experience. So yes, I would recommend the Atari Legacy cabinet, and you guys will like. So yeah, so I said yes, it's worth it. This guy buys it and tells me it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. And how did that go for you, Michael B?
And all kidding aside, I had already talked to my wife about this because I had talked to her and I said, yes, I promise you, no more cabs. I said the next cab I'm going to buy is going to be the Atari Legacy Edition, but it's not going to come out till July, so no cabs till July. Now, of course, it came out early, so I let her know, and she was like, oh, yeah, that was the one you were going to get. It was totally fine. Like, afterwards, she was like, you already had that pre-ordered, right? And, of course, I'm a really honest guy, and I was like, no. So then she got a little irritated because she thought I had already had it pre-ordered, but
yeah,
she was more upset that right after that, then I bought Castle Grayskull for the He-Man figures. So, it just kept getting more and more ridiculous. It wasn't so much just the arcade cabinet.
She's packing her bags right now.
Yeah, actually, I haven't seen her in the last 2 days.
One of the funniest things I ever saw you write, because guys, Mike is a pretty funny guy. I remember when I first met him. You know how you go through that phase where it's like when you first meet somebody, you don't like get all like, if you're a goofy person, you really don't get too goofy right away, right? Michael B was very shy, right? Like, literally took him a long time to realize that it's okay to kid around with P-dubs because I'm just a big ass clown. And this guy, now you're hilarious now. Like, everywhere I see you now, you're telling jokes like crazy. Like, you put a Twitter picture of you. This guy is out to his anniversary dinner. He's out at his he's at his anniversary dinner. He should be spending time with his wife. He tweets a photo of her, and she was dressed up nice. She looked very pretty. And Michael B was like, I'm such a lucky man that I'm married to this woman, that she chose me, and blah, blah, blah. And then, like, someone wrote behind that. So someone then compliments Mike and says, Mike, you did a great job. She's a keeper. And then Mike, it was like an instant 180, turned into like that greaser dude in high school who you hated. He's like, yeah, Michael B pulls. He pulls. That's what you wrote. That's what you wrote. You're like, I'm so lucky and blessed to have this woman. And then the very next comment, Michael B writes, Michael B pulls. He pulls.
That was Zohar who wrote that, because my wife was like, oh my God, because my wife is also like, my wife is stunning. Like, I hit the jackpot, guys. Like, she's a 12 out of 7. Like, I'm telling you right now, beautiful, beautiful woman. And anyways, I posted the pictures, and Zohar was like, oh my God, that's your wife. And my wife doesn't feel that she's as pretty as what she is. Like, she just doesn't get it. And she didn't know how to take Zohar's comment. So I just tried to make some fun out of it and said, oh yeah, Michael B pulls. He pulls.
But I think you meant that.
Oh, I totally mean it too. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh yeah. So speaking of which, guys, if you guys have been fans of the Super Game Room dudes, do me a favor real quick. Is there a funny moment, like one of your favorite moments from all of our episodes? Is there a moment that sticks in your mind? Because I've been combing through our episodes trying to find some more of our funny moments to post on our new channel here, which I've posted 3 already. I posted the Gilbert Gottfried skit. I posted Randy's records because that just happened. And what was the other one I posted? The spaghetti.
Don't tell people how I live.
Don't tell people how I live. So I want to know, what else were your favorite moments? There's got to be something you remember. Was it Michael B killing the dog? What was it?
Flan prostitute.
Oh God, that's a great way to kick off the channel. Do you love being drunk?
Drunk, yeah.
Do it.
60.39% nostalgia.
When you were like, oh my God, when you were in your room and the entire room smelled like cat shit.
Yeah. Well, they don't know about that. So we did a show, and I don't know if this ever came out, but here in my office, this is also like the only room in the house upstairs where my wife will put a cat litter because everything else is taken. So I have kitty litters in here, and it sucks. But you know what? I have 2 arcades in my house, so I can't complain that too much. But I was here doing a podcast one night with the guys, and like PDubs was really, really worried about me. He was like, "You got a like really hard look on your face the whole show," and I was like, "Oh yeah." He was like, "Are you okay, dude? Are you angry?" And I was like, "No, one of my cats took a really nasty shit in here, and it was just really uncomfortable. Like it stunk the whole time we were doing the show." They didn't know that, man. It was just me and you.
Yes, this needs to happen. We need to make a compilation video of every time D Love interrupted the show with the phone ringing, his arcade machines going, his washer and dryer turning on, his furnace turning on, him being drunk.
Yeah,
we need a D Love special.
Oh, honestly, so here's another inside tip. Like Patrick is like the nicest dude in the world. So what happened was Patrick and Nostalgia have like the real gigged out, like expensive merchandise to go do this stuff. Like, Blue Yeti mics. They've got all the good gear. So I invested. I bought a Blue Yeti mic as well. And Patrick wanted to make sure we all had good stuff for the show, the betterment of the show. So he, out of his kindness of his heart, sent Detroit Love a Blue Yeti microphone. Unfortunately, he couldn't be there to help him optimize it because now it picks up every goddamn sound in Detroit Love's house. And I sit there the whole time, and Detroit Love doesn't care. Like, he's probably drunk. He's sitting there. He's like, the fans don't hear it, but I'm sitting there and I'm just like going off like a ticking time bomb. I'm like, I know everything that happens in his house now. The furnace comes on and it's just like, and he's just sitting there like it's nothing. And then the new Blue Yeti picks it up.
How many arcade and gaming podcasts are there right now where one of the hosts always has to leave to go to Arby's during the show? Oh wait, well this didn't really happen on our show. This happened on a different stream.
Detroit Love's after show.
Yeah. Kev Grant, I like when Nostalgia and Michael B argue over 1UP. Yeah, that's it's great though. It's great. Like, people don't realize it. Like, I was like, having Michael B on, and he's such a big Arcade1Up fan, and whereas I'm more hypercritical and over analytical of Arcade1Up, it helps balance the show, and Nostalgia's like me as well. So it helps bring balance, right? That way, every week somebody looks like a known hater.
Yeah, like I'm the Jedi, and you guys are the Sith. We've talked about this. Balance to the Force.
The whoosh of the furnace kicking in is hilarious.
Every single sound in Detroit's Love. It's like a cornucopia of different, like, honestly, someone could just sit there while filming the show and just record different things for like a movie soundtrack, because they'll get all the different noises coming from the background of Detroit Love's house.
When I've been combing through our old episodes, I've actually been having a blast looking at all the different costumes we've worn. We've all dressed up, like the Halloween episode where you dressed up like Detroit Love and Detroit Love dressed up like you. Had the dog with
he killed it. He killed it
with the black X's over the dog's eyes because the dog was dead, like a cartoon, like a comic strip. Oh man! And then yeah.
So
when you left your computer running live for 6 hours,
the best part of that was when my wife came in the morning and she was talking to the cats, and she was like, "No one heard me do that because they'll think I'm nuts."
You know, we actually have a funny story about this, and this involves actually another YouTuber. His name is Twisted Gaming TV. One day, Twisted Gaming TV left his live stream on, and this was right during the hype of PlayStation. You know what I mean? Like when the PlayStation 5 was coming out, he left it on, and he had like 1,000 people on his stream for hours straight. He wasn't even there, but they were all just talking in the stream, over 1,000 people, right? And I remember Michael B pinged me, and he's like, check out what's going on Twisted Gaming TV. I go and I look, I'm like, what's going on here? Was that you or was that Nostalgia? I can't remember. It was one of you guys. Yeah. Somebody pinged me. They said, go look at Twisted Gaming TV. And I'm like, what's going on here? He's got 1,000 people watching it, watching an empty seat. And we can't even pull in, 400 people. Like we've hit well over 300 several times, but it'd be nice to crack 400 one day as well. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. I do want to apologize to Detroit Love. I love and appreciate you, sir. And as much as I complain about the background noises, they're a fond thing for me. And I enjoy looking forward to not knowing what I'll hear every week while you're there on the show. So don't take any badness from that.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys are new, please consider subscribing to the Super Game Room Dudes channel. We'd greatly appreciate it. Michael B, what are we at? Have we even hit 500 yet? Because I promised the viewers I would give away a $25 Amazon gift card if we hit 500 subscribers by the time our new show went live. Let's see where we're at.
493.
We're only at 493. Oh, we're 7 away. Hey guys, are 7 of you in the live chat right now not subscribed? You want to help the rest of the viewers earn some free cash? Do us a favor, man. Hit that button. We promise you will be worth it. Because Michael B, he pulls, man. He pulls.
He pulls.
He pulls, bro. He pulls.
So Kev Grit just mentioned, remember when D-Love ordered that Harbor Freight stool live? Like, I'm surprised that Detroit Love's wife hasn't, like, basically made him stop doing the show. Because you guys don't know how much shit that guy buys. Like, we do, we usually hang out afterwards. Like, PDubs gets out of there right away. He's like, 7 trolls. Yeah, where's the second Zohar when you need them?
Yeah, where are those duplicate accounts when we need them? Come on, guys. We need 7 more, guys. We want to be at 500 before we go live. And I told folks, I said if we hit 500, we would do a $25 gift card. I said if we hit 750 before Friday, we would do another $25 gift card. So that's 2 gift cards. And I said if we had 1,000 subscribers before we went live on Friday, we would do 2 $25 gift cards and another $50 gift card, $100 in prizes. And we're only at, hey, we just got 1 more. We're at 494. Thank you. Whoever in the live chat just hit that button.
What's the number where you'll take them out to a sensibly priced steak dinner?
Oh man, look at this. Zohar, we need all 6.
So anyways, so I have also purchased the Atari Legacy, and I'm excited to get it. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm just buying it because of the way it looks. I think it'll be a great addition to the game room for the decor. I'm probably going to keep my Centipede cab. I got a question about that, actually. I don't know if I'm going to keep my Centipede because I don't think they're going to come out with the first-party light-up marquee for it. I think that stuff is dead in the water. I don't think we're going to see the rest of those marquees or replacements for those marquees anytime soon.
Mm-hmm. If only Alyssa Milano would subscribe. Question, is anyone buying the premium Evercade Friday morning? I am. We talked about this a little bit earlier, Kev, before you joined.
Yeah.
I got to get up at 2 a.m. I have an alarm set on my phone to wake me up at 2 a.m. so I can place my order, then go back to sleep. So, hey, Alan, I'm glad you're enjoying the show, my friend. This is what we call a chill out dude. Chill and chat. Chill out with the dudes versus our actual show. Our actual show is going to be, it's going to be fast and funny. I'm hoping. That's what I'm trying to do. So hopefully we can deliver.
So I got a really important gaming related question for you, Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
You ever dyed your beard? I've never dyed my hair or dyed my beard, and I'm really starting to turn gray now. And as much as I was on this, I was never going to do it. I'm looking at pictures of me now, and I'm like, whew, I don't know, guys. What do you think? Should I keep going, like going silver fox?
I will never dye my facial hair. I will never dye. Ever. No.
Even if I told you your beard is weird, your trash is stash.
Yeah.
Your stash is trash.
Brad, it should be out tomorrow. When we're done here, I'm going to stay up late tonight and finish the edits and try and schedule it to be posted tomorrow. You know, this is actually a good one. When we're talking about making our highlight reel videos, Nostalgia isn't the king of comedy, but he can get some really good one-liners in. And if you go back and watch our previous 40 episodes, there's a lot of good Nostalgia one-liners in there where he's like, sure, Mike, your daughter's lunch. You know what I mean? Nostalgia's funny when he tries, but he's so shy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he wants to be Mr. Professional. I'm a professional. And I always have to, you know, get him down to my level down here in the gutter. Let's see where we're at, Mike. Did we do it? Nope. We're only at 494. We only got one more. We're 6 away, guys. I guess it's not going to happen. Well, then again, Mike, we got 36 hours before we go live. I think we might be able to get 6 more.
Why don't we tell people the big news? Me and PDubs have been going back and forth for a very long time talking about doing a Marvel versus Capcom one-on-one super duper challenge. And I keep throwing it out there. Like people like B Kong are like, hey, I could host it on my channel. And I'm like, no. Michael B doesn't fight for free. Well, we've finally agreed on a time and a place to do our super fight. And PDubs, we're going to do it when the Super Game Room Dudes channel hits 1,000 subscribers. We will do it live on this channel. PDubs versus Michael B and Marvel versus Capcom. So you guys want to see it? Help us get to 1,000 subscribers.
All right. So here's the thing is I'm ready to beat Mike today, but Mike wants to hold that content hostage because he needs more time to train. He needs more time to practice. He's got to get ready. He's got a big match coming up. You should make a training montage video for this.
Oh, I've done some good training montage videos. I've actually done one that's fantastic. I did Rocky 4 training. Like, it's great.
Yeah. Guys, say hi to 2Die4. Bobby is in the chat. Bobby Vu, go subscribe to his channel. Hit that button. Do I smell a montage? P-Dubs is going to kill you, Genie. Whooping P-Dubs. I got a lot of people on my side.
You're all dead to me. All dead to me.
Oh, this is great. Bobby Vu, what does clean like a mother mean? If I might be able to answer this for Bobby Vu. It means it's pretty cool. I think that's what it means, right? Or what do you think it means?
I prefer when you used to say, Bobby Vu, he's clean like a mother because he showers regularly.
Yeah, y'all suck stealing my humor. I hope he plays better than he plays pinball. Oh, here you go. Michael B has got this. You know what's funny is when we played Arcade1Up and we played Fatal Fury against each other, Mike, if you remember, you won the first match. I won the second match, and then you turned your stream off. We didn't have the rubber match.
What? So, I don't know about that. That doesn't seem like something I'd do.
That is absolutely what you would do. You won the first match. I won the second match, and in the second match, I absolutely, let's be honest, I destroyed you. Like, it was
what game was this again?
This was that Fatal Fury on Arcade1Up.
Well, I don't remember that. I remember being pretty dominant the whole time.
Until I
remember
showed
it like it was yesterday.
Until I put my quarters on the screen when I went.
Well, I mean, like the video is still on my channel. If anybody doubts me, they can go back and watch. I'm pretty sure I trounced you. Trounced.
Now, is Detroit Love going to make it to our big show on Friday, or is he on vacation?
He's driving. He's driving all day, and if he's not too tired, he's going to join us.
All right. So there's a chance D Love might not be on the show this Friday, guys. But it's understandable. He's got a big road ahead of him. Big road. All righty, guys. So do us a favor. Mike, we're already at an hour. We don't want to take up these people's time anymore. It was really cool having a wonderful chill out, dude. Just talking about random stuff, your topics. This was a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do this again sometime when we have some free time.
Oh, before you go, a couple ones. Your dartboard, that's one that you got to bring up. The dartboard announcement when we had the Super Show. The 60.39% from Nostalgia. Is there any other moments you would like to see from the show? Like for me, like it's all trapped up here in my brain. I remember like almost every single one. The one where you got your Super Pac-Man. I'd love to see that one come up. Like when it was delivered.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe the first for real. That'd be good.
For real. Guys, subscribe to Super Game Room Dudes, subscribe to Pete's Arcade Loft, subscribe to Michael B the Game GD. Tune in this Friday. We're going to have a lot of giggles and a lot of laughs as we on our brand new home network, our new home channel. And as always, guys, we appreciate it when you have upstairs with us. And I'm going to take Detroit Love's line, guys. I'm going to say it. We will, until next time, guys, we will see you on the web. Have a good night, guys.